possible. Our great Nigeria is very possible. For better infrastructure, for better life, yeah, my people. For better roads, yeah, for better hospitals and health, yeah. For lights today, for everything to work for us, for Nigeria. Yeah. No more hunger. Obi for better Nigeria. Obedient and useful. Obi, yeah. Obi, yeah. I'll be obedient and useful. Obi, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, Obi, get it. Hausa man, Yoruba man, Igbo man, Middle Belt, Niger Delta. Let us come together for better Nigeria. For better life, for better health, for better road. From consumption to production. Obi adima iye. Obi adima iye. Obi adima iye. Production. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. My name is Mazezoke, and this is a wonderful evening. Today being Monday, the last day of October 2022. Wow, I cannot believe it that the month or the year is almost coming to an end. And here we are, the last day of October 2022. If not for anything, be grateful to the Almighty God, the Almighty Allah, Chukwu Okike, the creator of heaven and earth, the one that was, that one that is, and the one that is to come, the God of our ancestors, the one that we praise, the one that our ancestors prayed to, and the one that the generations to come will pray to. Can we be grateful that we are alive, land living today? This evening, I want to have, as usual, a conversation, broadly conversation with all of us. And I say to us, you're welcome to Njenje Media TV. It is now 19:24. That is 24 minutes past the hour of 7. Where are you watching me from? I understand that many of you in Europe has gone back one hand backwards. It means that those in Germany are now what's it called? 20. I think it should be. I don't know. Remind me. But those of you in Germany, you know what I mean. Hat denn die Uhr umgestellt, ne? Das nicht mehr wie es vorher war, ne? And as usual, it will be nice because conversations that we are going to have, the things we are going to speak about this evening, you will join me if you may. And in joining me as a family on this platform, recall today is the last day of the month. No, that is the day you pay your tithe. But before you do pay tithe, let me know where you're watching me from. It doesn't hurt to know where you are watching me from. In the comment section, get it busy. Do one thing. There is what they call shadow banning. I believe YouTube is shadow banning us. Put all the efforts, And it appears, as I speak to you on YouTube alone, normally we should have over 200 or 3, 4, 500, 1,000 people, as the case may be, watching us now. For now, we have less than 60 people watching us on YouTube. You can help us lift that shadow banning. And the way you do that is just to like and share. Invite others. So many of you have brought to my notice that the YouTube algorithm does not let you know when I am online. And the only thing that I have researched, and I said I will come back and I will make the announcement to all of us, is that if you are no longer getting the notification when we come online, please, by all means, unsubscribe and resubscribe. When you resubscribe, you see that little button like a bell. It's called the bell icon. Ensure you click on the bell icon, that when we upload content, when we come online, when we come for interviews, because a lot of things is loaded. In this time, I'm waiting for the articles to agree, since they don't want to interview in Nigeria. If they agree for an interview that I've requested for, if they are watching me now, grant it interview, I'll be in America tomorrow morning. I can be anywhere in the globe that I want to be. So since no one wants to speak, we are willing and ready to come and speak to you. I also understand that the Abado gang and the Abado gang leader in the person of Emilokon, and some of you Vuvulence people here call him the Shaky Shaky Daddy, that the Chamber of Commerce interview that was slated, not interview, engagement that was slated, has been cancelled. Well, again, if that one cannot even grant channels his own television TVC, Naya Arise TV, I know green, but it doesn't matter. We must keep pushing. Let's keep the conversation coming, and let's keep the conversation clean. If they go high, we remain high. If they go low, we remain high. We must keep the energy going, people. Once more, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all. Thank you for being part of this evening conversation and broadcast. Like I said, let me know where you are watching me from. Now I have I have Linda Ferguson. Linda Ferguson says, this is what he does. He runs away. Well done, my people will be all the way. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us. Now, let's start. You are aware, I don't know, many of you know, President Muhammadu Buhari, according to his former aide and the new media person, Bashir Ahmed, issued a statement that was signed by Adesina. And in that statement, he says that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, has gone and has run from Nigeria. He has gone to the United Kingdom. I don't know if he's landed or if he's leaving, but from the statement, it means he's leaving today. And I replied to him on Twitter and I said, what a shame indeed. And I mean it. It is indeed a shame. What a shame. And so many of you who are not following me on Twitter, I would encourage us to do so, because, we may not be online for a couple of days or, but we do, honestly, try as much as possible to keep the world and engage in conversations that happen around the world, means using the Twitter platform. And here is what the conversation has stemmed from here. Can we quickly have a look? Here you see, I hope you can see my screen very clear. Okay, so here we see the guy is just saying, let me highlight that for many of you. Okay, let me actually make it much bolder now. I believe you can read it much better now. And he said, President Muhammadu Buhari leaves Nigeria for London, United Kingdom, October 31st, meaning that Buhari has left today for a routine medical checkup. You know, this is something that must alarm every single Nigerian. I'm not saying this because it is President Muhammadu Buhari. And many of you know that on so many occasions, we have also said the same thing. If PeterObi becomes the president of Nigeria today, and at every slightest opportunity, he leaves Nigeria to go to England for medical checkup, lie, we will carry the matter for our head because he cannot do that. Here at home, he must fix the medical sector. Here is a president that promised that he was going to end medical tourism, but he has become, and that's what I replied, that he has become the chief promoter, or rather the promoter in chief of medical tourism. What it means, if you look at it deeper, from the things we have seen coming from the Abado side, Abado gang, you would also know that Emilio Canale, something is waiting. So, do you want to continue in this trajectory of every single time your leaders run away from your country, go to foreign countries in order to receive medical treatment, while those at home keep dying in silence? That is not right. And now is a man is going to go to the United Kingdom. He's going to go there to receive medical treatment, and you are at home. 22 states out of 36 states is submerged underwater. 22 states. The president of a federal republic has not visited any of these states, not one. Not even one closest to his own place of work. It is Abuja, the state of Niger State. Not even Kogi, that is less than a couple of hours from him. But he went to South Korea. Not only that he went to South Korea, he came back the next day that he's going to London. Now think about it this way. Last week, Americans said that there was something that was, they feared that something was going to happen in Nigeria. Yes, there were raids where they said that some terrorists were arrested. But look at the optics of it. If a man who is not yet president, who is not yet your president, is able to stop everything he's doing and said, let me use the opportunity to visit some states. In a day, he visited Bayelsa State. He went to his own state of Anambra. Before then, people are already been saying, oh, why is he not visiting his own state? You know, many of you who wrote me privately, I said, no, it is wrong for him to have started from his own state. Some of you argued that charity begins at home. No, it is wrong. You show leadership and you must show capacity. In showing leadership is you show empathy. The greatest problem I have with the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that means no word in saying it, is that the man lacks empathy, zero empathy. You know what empathy means? You could actually go to people and say, and empathize with them, say, I am sorry. No one is blaming you now that the fraud, that the flood that happened is as a result of negligence over the years. No one is saying that. But what we are saying at this point is that the negligence, even when this has happened, because the deed has been done, you cannot undo it. But because you can no longer undo it, it behoves on you as a credible leader, as a leader with empathy. That's the reason why people, vote for you. People vote for you expecting that you cry with them when they're down. When you have flood in America, you see, even President Biden, as older as he is, he goes in there. There is an adage in my place of Anambra. It is said in Igbo, and I will translate. Ndo anaghị ana ya, mana onye ga-asị mmadụ ndo asịghị ya, ọ na-ewute. That saying sorry when something happens, or empathizing with somebody when something happens, does not heal, does not remove the fact that that deed has happened. But what he does is that that person you are expecting to show empathy, when he doesn't show the empathy, that it hurts. And the Nigerian people are hurting. The Nigerians are hurting because those of you, I am blaming you, maybe in your days of ignorance, you voted for an incompetent person and you're about to repeat the same mistake. I say, do not let your generations waste for nothing. Because look at it. We all have lost 8 years of no progress. As I speak to you today, dollar has gone over 800. As I speak to you today, pounds has gone to 905. It's coming to my prediction. Recall around May 25th or thereabout, in my live broadcast, I said I'm willing to bet anyone that before the year runs out, before 31st of December 2022, that pounds will hit 1,000 naira. I thought it was a joke. It's not. It's just that when you understand some of the things happening in Nigeria, you can only but cry. I said Nigeria is a sin. I do not. Listen. I don't take that lightly. Nigeria is a crime scene. Supervised is a crime scene. That the supervisors of those crimes are people that have made you believe that they are sent, but they are nothing but criminals. People come, oh, have integrity. Assure you. They have integrity. But what have they offered you? They've offered nothing but constant abuse of you and the process that they've promised to uphold. If not, how do you defend this? How do you defend that in a country where you budget billions of naira every year, common strange to take blood, to inject people is not there? Only if it's one. And now every year they spend this money, but they must go abroad to treat themselves. I begrudge no one. You and I, we are human. We are frail. We can be sick. No one. Me talking to you. This is change of, we are moving from rainy season into dry season. Many times when that change of weather happens, many people become sick. So I can become sick tomorrow. But what we are saying is that you have the empathy at least to build something where you could be taken care of. Now imagine this. If the person in question is no longer the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he hasn't built a world-class hospital in his own state. I'm not saying come to Anambra and build for me. I'm not saying go to Ebonyi and build, because there you have seen the one built by the governor there. Saying, which hospital have you built in your state that by the time you retire, if not for anything, you have a hospital to fall back on? Zero, null, nada. At every point in time, these individuals will fly with our the national private jet. When they took over, they met 8, the number 8, 7, 8 private jets, presidential jets. And they told us before the election that they were going to sell them to start the Nigerian Airways. Another madness that is being given to the Ethiopians. And they are now telling us, oh, Nigerian Airways or Air Nigeria will start operation before December. How? Another fluke. The same nonsense they talked about when they went to Fambro to launch Ambro in United Kingdom. And on this platform, I told us that was a scam. It wasn't going to fly. And so did it happen? Has anybody been probed after that failed attempt? Now you have another attempt on starting an airline. You look at the website, nothing is registered. The website is still being hosted by a young man in Yaba. Isn't that, doesn't this make us go gaga? On one side, you have what the Femi Fani Kayode today referred to people in the IDP camp. He that one is funny because he referred to Atiku that they were stranded. Femi Fani Kayode, these people, all of them are the same. He said that Atiku, that they've gone to America and that they are all stranded in America, and that really got me. Benoski the really says, Mazi, drop your direct email, dear host. Okay, thank you very much. My email is very simple, is njenjemedia@gmail.com, please, or info@njenjemedia.com. Either way. Okay. You can either way reach me on mazi@gmail.com. Either way, you can reach me anytime. Anybody can reach me. Now, you can now see if you're watching me now, you're an African. I hope you understand what I'm saying, because this platform is broad. If you're a Nigerian, my target audience, and you're watching me, how do you feel listening to this? Just tell me, honestly, how do you feel listening to this?
We must identify, if you want to stop it once and for all, the government must identify, expose, name and shame all the companies and public officers that are involved in the oil theft. The companies are known.
Did you hear that? That the companies stealing your oil are known. If Femi Falana, a lawyer, SAN, a private citizen, knows those stealing our oil, and you have a commander-in-chief of all the armed forces, Navy, Air Force, Grand Troops, all of them, someone commanding them. On a daily basis, we spend billions gathering intelligence. All the intelligence gathered brings to his table, or rather being brought to his table. What then happens? What does he do with the intelligence reports that are brought to him? That a private citizen will know that much, but the president and the person, and the worst part of it is, the man in question is your Minister of Petroleum.
Involved in the oil theft. The companies are known. I know some of them by the nature of my work. A few years ago, we told the government, we did a study. The oil that left Nigeria and discharged in one port in America, Philadelphia, it's about 60.2 million liters, valued at $12.7 billion.
Do you know what it means? It's somebody with a calculator, not a telephone, because your telephone will catch fire if you do follow. Are you able to do us a favor? $12 billion, not million. Value. One port in America. There are multiple ports in America. You saw the National Assembly guy who exposed how he traced them to various ports in America, in Southeast Asia, in India, including Singapore. Nigerian oil. Now, let us take only the one mentioned by the SAN now. Reference his. Kudos to him. 12.6, let's say 12 billion. Please use your calculator. Punch it. Times it with exchange rate today. Whatever exchange rate, just put it in the comment section. Whatever the exchange rate you want to use. You want to use the official one, punch it. You want to use the parallel market, punch it. And let's see. How a nation, and this person in question knows about this. You see, that is the tragedy here. Let no one tell you that he's not aware. He's not aware. He's aware. He is aware that this is happening, because if not, listen to the next thing Falana said.
In America, Philadelphia, it's about 60.2 million liters, valued at $12.7 billion. We sent within 3 years one pot. We sent a petition to the government, to the EFCC.
Now, you sent a petition to the government. You sent a petition to Buhari. You sent a petition to the government. They did nothing. They sent a petition to EFCC. You're hearing it from the horse's mouth.
A top official of the government, don't investigate, mind them.
A top official from the government says, don't investigate, told EFCC, don't investigate, don't mind Falana them, they are troublemakers. Yet, you have a cent running your oil industry and you have a cent as your president, sent my foot. What manner of a human being will such crime and criminality be happening under his watch and he keeps mute and it doesn't get your blood hot? Who does that?
In frustration, we had to sue in court. We're in court against Shell, against Total, against Chevron, against Ajib, and some shipping companies.
Now, a private citizen has gone to the government. Do you know what it means, people? Let me demonstrate something to us. This is the pipeline, right? This is a pipeline. Oil is flowing through this pipeline. For idiots who don't know, the moment you puncture this, for you to put those pipes that they put, the pressure that pushes that oil shows in their control room, and we know the technology we have because it's there. It shows that this happens. But here we have multiple punctures going over the years under a man who is a saint. Minister in charge of the oil sector. In all these, they've now gone to United Kingdom to take care of themselves. And here we are. Another band of armed robbers are warming up to come and take over in 2023. And some of you watching me now will still act as enablers to get them come to power. What would you benefit? Even if when you hate yourself so much. Oh, yes, they might give you peanuts. Oh, the other side is no, they give you, they don't give you money. You can't even go to your state. My state of Anambra now is just you receive a call. An idiot, one riffraff in the bushes will call you. Oh, we had you, blah, blah, blah. Give us 500,000 or else you come and do this. That's the state of abnormally we have landed ourselves. Because we are incompetent in our thinking. We are daft in our thinking to the point that we elect cucumbers and carrots as our leaders. Cucumbers and carrots. No apologies. Cucumbers and carrots, that's what they are. As leaders. My brother, Obi Todonko, thank you very much. RRS, thank you for the super chat. See, now so they pay tight, spirit could come down. Thank you for the super chat. Nigeria is a crime scene, and President President that comes in have to action simple. Come in, have to action simple. Yeah, I agree. I pity not. I pity whoever is next as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I do not begrudge the individual. Honestly, I do not begrudge that individual because we need someone who can come in. Oh, okay. We have done, thank you very much. We have done the punching. See the calculator. This is how many zeros? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. See? See, 9 trillion in one pot. 9 trillion. 9 trillion. 3 trillion. If we multiply it by 750. Thank you very much, Kene Ezike. Thank you. By your calculations, you have earned yourself a dotted t-shirt. Send that address. We'll come. We'll get that to you. And Uche from Iceland, your t-shirt, you haven't collected it because you haven't sent your address. The guy from Ireland. So what we are saying is that Nigeria is a crime scene. And again, those doing it everywhere, in all regions, north, south, east, and west. Even the people that all you are in their own place, they are all accomplices. Bayelsa people, they are all accomplices too. The Niger Delta people, they are all enablers. Someone will come to your place, destroy your environment. You enable that individual. It's just like someone coming into your place to abuse a lady in your house, and you hold up a candle for them to abuse someone, a female member of your family. Are you normal? Sir, we have aims to share around. It must get to every one of us. And here we have President Muhammadu Buhari. He has gone to United Kingdom once more. Because why? Because he wants to go for medical checkup. Man. Sabinu Sabi, one of the Nigerian comedians, who say, "May God not allow me they do you waiting." I can't remember again, but thank you very much, Benoski, the realist. Thank you very much. You know, whatever it is, this place has fallen. Let's see. I think someone. Okay. Someone sent me a message. I saw that. I thought that was I thought that was Bank Alert. You know, Bank Alert has a way of curing high BP and low blood pressure. Someone said, Vin Michael says, are you selling t-shirt now? I need one. We do everything. Actually, we started up our mesh shop online on this platform, but this mesh shop is somewhat you know, messed up. But someone is going to revisit it. We're going to use a different consultant. But if you're a good designer, you can also inbox me so you can design some pretty wild stuff for us. Okay. So now I think Jackani Hotmail is 9 trillion if you take 750. Yes, 9 trillion. Even if it's 8 trillion. Do you know what it means? No wonder there is so much money out there. And CBN is talking about, you know, redesigning the Naira. I tell you guys, I make bold to say it. I support that policy in total. The only time people really feel, you know, good as in Nigeria is when Nigerians themselves, you and I, not government, when they come together to do something. There was this video. Maziobi, afterwards, inbox me. We will see how I'll inbox me your size. I'll get you one. You know, there is this video where you can now see the female athletes actually in a happy mode. And it's very, very clear, audible, visible to the blind that only time Nigerians can be happy when the politicians are not involved. Whenever the politicians are involved, there is nothing like happiness. Like in this case here. Yeah? See, See, these are the Nigerian and the German team. Here, young Nigerians, look at how even the Germans are dancing to this music. Fantastic music by Nigerians. These are times that it does not matter to us. If you're Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, Fufuke, Ijo, Kenuri, whatever you are, but we are all human. We are of the same human race. But if Masezoke is cut open to them, one of these people in lighter skin can actually save my life. Part of my body can actually save any of their life. That is what life should be. But anytime the politicians come into is when you see something like this disappears. That's when you begin to see people, how do, people begin to talk about ethnicity, this, that, the other one, as if crime does not exist everywhere. Crime. In the Southeast, those killing brothers are killing their own brothers, kidnapping them, demanding ransom. Now we have others, foreigners, in form of headers, join them. You saw what happened in Nsukka, students going back to school. What manner of country is this, for Christ's sake? Students being on holiday, or rather being on ASU on strike. These students now headed back home to their school. And what happens to them? That they are now kidnapped. And they are kidnapped. You hear ransom negotiation, and the one of the idiots at the other end of the telephone says, if you pay 30 million, if you pay 15 million, you pay, as if you give that cucumber 15 million to count, or even 1 million to count, it will take him 2 years to even finish counting 1 million. Or if they even know how to write 1 million in words or in letters. But is there demanding that someone just pays that amount for what? Because you've intercepted a human being, and that's it. That's it. It's really sad, honestly. Anyway, that's on, again, that if you go to London and yank Buhari off and ask him to go back to his country and fix it now that we can no longer do anything anyway. Election is coming in the next couple of months. So governance, anything governance, I've said it before, anything governance is dead. It's dead. Nothing would happen. There is nothing again happening in Nigeria because governance is dead. Governance has stopped. It's only politicking. Money, share money, share money, share money. And that brings us to the point that Atiku now has gone to the United States. And Femi Fani-Kayode looks at them, says that Atiku and the PDP are now IDPs. And you think I'm joking? Let's bring him in here. Femi Fani-Kayode looks at them, says these guys are IDPs. I said these guys are actually they are made of a different breed. Look at him here. He says, where is Feni? Where is him again? I beg. I want the letters. Jesus Christ. Okay, look at he calls them internally displaced people, and he's laughing at them. Feni Fani-Kayode is laughing at those who are gone to America, saying that they are internally displaced people. And you ask yourself, how did we get here? We got here because we keep electing people of incompetence. Look, lover of God, servant of truth, voice of voiceless, lion of the Niger. I can't do that. Hey, yeah. This morning I woke up, I read this, I was just, I don't know whether to laugh or to cry, right? And you look at them, they are just standing somewhere. And when I look at Atiku's tummy and look at what's it called, Dino Melaye's tummy, you begin to ask yourself, they are going to come. Yes, and look at this man, the one with the bearded goat, the one on the extreme left. He was the one saying that PeterObi was going around America. He should come home and campaign. Now, the same Peter that he was saying that was going around is now in Nigeria campaigning. And the same bearded goat man is now in America. You see, when I tell you, do not take these people serious. If you now want to have a laugh of your life, go to Twitter and follow me, right? If you now want to have a laugh of your life, let me now show you. Nigerians, trust them. Nigerians now began to throw. And this one, and this one posted him this gangster picture. Hold on. This one posted this gangster picture. Another one says, "Are you okay?" Oh, they are, sometimes if you want to laugh, okay, look at it now. Private Sector Economic Forum. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the engagement he has to have with them is postponed. Why? Why do they keep postponing this? Huh? Why? You see, some of you actually are supposed to work in the Ministry of Violence because that's where you are good at. Some of you even went as far as 2019 and brought this tweet, where Femi Fani-Kayode said, "I am committed to opposing the APC and those that are in their ranks for the Referendum, and never, capital letter, join them no matter what. They are nothing but darkness, while I stand for the light of God and truth. There can be no fellowship between light and darkness." These were the things. If you're still doubting that Femi Fani-Kayode, as of 2019, never said this, he also made it on record. At least we have it here. In a conversation with Seun Okimbaloye of Channels TV, Kayode had the following to say, where he said, "Until Jesus comes, then I'm beginning to ask myself, maybe Jesus came while I was asleep. While I was asleep. Maybe that's why I didn't know that Jesus has come." Because if emphatically, as Femi Kayode said here, that he was never going to leave the PDP and go to the APC, what do you then think?
Which you stood for, and which perhaps some of the stands that you had is giving you this kind of trouble that you're seeing today, is in crisis right now. Yeah. Are you sticking with the party?
But of course, the PDP is my party. I will never leave the party.
You're never considering going back to the APC?
I would never. The APC, absolutely out of the question. Until kingdom comes, until Jesus returns, that will never happen. I would never. The APC, absolutely out of the question. I would never. The APC, absolutely out of the question.
Out of the question until Jesus comes. Please, where's my, I don't know. I was thinking now, the clothes I'm wearing, if rapture has happened, I was only thinking I will be naked, no boxers, I will be, Oganadike will be dangling, and I will be, hey, hallelujah, I will be up, higher, 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 oh. I will be having ascended into heaven. But I thought I would have done that, but here am I, speaking. I've never gone, I'm yet to visit heaven. So this is what, go to Twitter, you just, and someone said you're a chameleon, changing colors. Go to Twitter, you basically, if you want to laugh, honestly, some Nigerians can be so, they can be so funny, so hilarious. Very, very funny. Anyway, that is on that. But again, in as much as they are funny, one thing you cannot take away is that they can also, is good when they knock one another, they knock each other, because it's telling you that these people are IDPs, internally displaced politicians. Internally displaced politicians. If it is in the words of Wiki will tell you if you didn't.
If you don't know what to do with your head, you don't know what to do with your head. If you didn't dare, you didn't dare. You didn't dare.
And the Buhari will be looking at them thinking, these people, so they believed all the things I told them. Oh, that is Buhari for you. But again, even my people in the Niger Delta will tell you.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them make them kill you.
May God not allow them make them kill you because they no go for kill you. Nigeria, when our leaders are saying this, okay, and let me not say leaders because they are not leaders. They are political leaders that impose themselves on us. When they say these things, it reminds me of what Mommy G.O. used to say. Mommy G.O., who in her younger days, she was very, very, she did a lot of alabanco in her own words, not me. And she was very, very busy in the Azar room. And when she became born again, and everything was cemented. I'm not kidding you. In Nigeria is okay. Where is Mommy Gio? Mommy Gio, come and tell us the story. Come and use your mouth and tell us the story. Nigeria is a country, Mommy Gio.
I later still marry because of my lack of knowledge to wrong person. But you know what? When that man married to me, he was once my boyfriend before I became born again. Oh. When we now marry, the day we met, this man stood up and said, for me, what is happening now? Are you not formally my girlfriend? Why am I sleeping like with you and you become virgin again? Why? It took this man more than 30 minutes before he can penetrate, because I automatically become virgin again. Yes, my husband was surprised. Say, what? How come your body became close? I pray and he answered me.
See, if God can answer my GO, and everywhere was cemented, even to the point that the husband needs to go and borrow hammer and chisel to start work. So better pray that these leaders, that something happens. But while you're praying, make sure that your flogging tool is ready. You know your flogging tool, FVC. So that you will not end up like what happened in 2011, when some of our brothers, after voting, they said that they were happiness more that they voted. That the person that they voted is the same person that is in charge of this oil now. Look at what they said in 2011. Then we put it in context to what is happening today. It might make more sense.
All right. Have you voted?
I'm voted, yeah.
Okay, sure.
I'm happiness, I'm voted, yeah.
Tell me your feeling after voting today.
Yeah, after voting, I'm feeling okay. What I want, I get it on the result. I'm getting the party I want is the one going on. Thank you for that.
What are you expecting from these people you voted?
I'm voted, they can do what you want, and then when they want, what they want, inshallah, we're happiness more, isn't it? So then please, I want to beg them. We suffered almost 10 hours. We are standing because of what we want. We need change. And then the person we need, he's the one on the party we want. Isn't it? So please, we want change.
Change? What kind of change?
The change of situation which we are now.
What is the situation you are in?
Situation of sufferness. Isn't it? Yeah, we are suffer. How many years? As you see, 12 years forward. I mean, almost 40-something years. I don't know what is government did for me. It's come out of this like this radio. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, yeah. I have to complain. I mean, Nigeria really. Almost 40-something, I don't know what is government. So I need change. The person I know is going to change this thing by force, whether the leader they want or not. Any person which is bad, he must escape in this country, or he be hidden like how they are hiding poor people inside prison, which you don't have a court attendant. Inshallah, we need Buhari to change this country.
You see, when we were shouting, some of you will not agree when we say these things, but again, it's up to you. I grew up having wares, that is my own goods, in my dad's shop in Onitsha, Ochanja to be precise, while attending Our Ladies High School Onitsha then. At the very age of, very young age, we were exposed to business, and we, a people who do more in trading. Not many people would know that if you come then in that region, that there is what you call original. Japan, Taiwan, Chinese, and fake. 5 different differentiations. Someone asks you, which one do you want? You want Chinese, you want Japanese, you want original, or you want fake, or or Taiwan. That's these same people in 2003 saw Buhari as classified him, in that category of, that way of categorization, and said, no, this is not a good product. They buy. They buy. They buy. 2007, he came again. It's not about hate. In 2007, something spectacular happened. 2 people that were contesting, incidentally, were from the same state. If it was about not liking the Northerners, no one would have voted the man of peace that we had. May his soul continue to rest in peace. The man that brought peace to the Niger Delta, a troubled region at that point. The man with a golden heart. We voted him in, and the other one, even when he came with Chief Umezoke, then was with Chuba Okadibo, Dr. Chuba Okadibo, a man I have immense respect for. Even at that, the people still said no. In 2011, he came with a pastor, Tunde Bakari. Before then, I used to like Tunde Bakari. Even after that, I used to love Tunde Bakari. But until recently, that when he started speaking from 2 sides of the mouth, and he wakes up and he tells us that the Lord said, after Buhari, he will be the next president. I say, sure. This God itself, go back to sleep. Find out what he told you. Because when a man wakes up and tells Mazes, okay, the Lord says, pay 5,000 naira into my account. I say, well, now the Lord will provide them now, unless he told me. But he didn't tell me, go back to sleep. What am I driving at? In 2015. Oh, yeah, the Southeast, blah, 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 blah. They hate Buhari. They put all their egg in one basket. Oh, yeah, now you share your egg in 7 baskets. How far? You can't even, you not even find basket again. You can't even go back to the farm. There is no basket. The basket itself, in Igbo, we say, the basket has no bottom anymore. It has a hole. You that is very smart, and you put all your eggs in multiple baskets, right? Ogaha market. The person that told you this was bad market, they know bad market when they see it from afar. And the same history is about to repeat itself. Do not drink poison because it was bottled in your ethnic jar. It will kill you. Do not drink poison because it is being delivered to you in your ethnic jar. You will die. Open your eyes. No one is a saint, but some men are more competent than the others. Some men are more empathetic, have more sympathy and empathy in them than the others. If not, how would you describe that you have a president of a federal republic where flood is ravaging his own country? 22 states out of 36 is underwater, according to the Disaster Management Agency. And what could he do? He left to South Korea. He came back from South Korea. He's gone to United Kingdom. In the Nigerian economy, that one is doing like this. Is doing like this.
Our economic is doing like this. It's doing like this. It's blinking, shaking, blinking.
It's blinking, shaking. It's blinking, it's shaking. And the man we are talking about is telling us. In fact, he's assuring us. He's assuring us. If you think I'm lying, go and ask Lai Mohammed, because even Lai Mohammed's own grandchild queries him. Lai Mohammed, Nigeria has gone from future test to past participant.
You will be a past participant. Yeah. Hey! Ebu agomia. One day we go me. Say yesterday you are a past. So very soon you shall be past. Party. One day, say Atiku. Say Atiku.
I'm telling you, very soon. Very soon, because your president is telling you, your president himself is telling you.
The government has
this.
failed to do its principal duty of protecting life or property of all beings inside its territory.
Not me talking. If the government has failed in protecting lives and property, and the president is on the, you will not be wrong to say the president is on the run. You know, how else do you run? If there is flood in your country, you go to South Korea, you come back from South Korea, you go to United Kingdom without visiting once. I mean, how does the man sleep? How does he even sleep? How does he sleep that you have a country to run? You come back, you move again. How do you sleep? How? I don't know, honestly. I don't know. But don't worry, everything will be everything will be all right. Because if we ask our Niger Delta person now, you know, some of them like to blow grammar. He will tell us that the thing is called oporombium.
Before I go on, let me postulate from the Franz Fanonian dictum, which stipulates that the dialectics of reconciling two conflicting ideas is the algebra of revolution. The overbearing intervention of the state government had further exacerbated oporombium.
Is the exacerbation of the oporombium in the inventions travelocious movementos Bewegung of Buhari, in the tranquility of English Ebrika innuendo.
Will not be in Nigeria. This is your dream.
Amen.
I saw you want to enter Australia.
Australia, yes, sir.
Australia.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Oh, Bodom. You want to enter Australia?
Yes, sir.
Australia is an Australia. They are the same. Ta. Sonyata. Australia and Australia, all of you.
See? Australia and Australia. I beg, take them easy. Don't kill yourself for Nigeria. You would have died in vain. I'm telling you, don't kill yourself. Take it easy. If you're joining me for the first time, my name is Mazezo. If you haven't subscribed to this platform, by all means, because YouTube is shadow banning us, please, please, please do help me, help us. Share, like, and subscribe if you haven't. This is the last day of the month. Rather than go pay your tithe to those that would in the other room, pay tithe here. You can do. I think there is one thing they activated. I can't remember what it is, but I think we now have super chat, super sticker, and something like super thank you. I don't know, but you can try a new one. I think it's in the comment section you'll see the $sign. Touch it. The rest will be history. However you get it to work. Let's see how it works. I haven't tried it. I must be honest. But let's try it. So whether Australia, we are where we are. Now, before I let you guys begin to call in and join me here, because here I want to also this evening actually understand what you think about the constant travel by the President Muhammadu Buhari. I will now share the link for you to join me virtually in the studio. And the link is now in the comment section. If you're watching me on YouTube, the link is on the comment section. If you're watching me on Facebook, I think on YouTube, we can actually, hold on, let's pin on YouTube. That link to join me is pinned on the comment section. On Facebook, check the comment section, you will find it. Please, please, we are slightly over 200 people watching, but let's make it happen. But by all means, try as much as possible to subscribe. The algorithm that we look at tells us that over 48% of our recurring viewers are still not yet subscribed. Then the question is, why? They cost money now, not free. Help our ministry to help you. Or do you want me to send you Pastor Odumeje? Because, he can be very dangerous. He's a very dangerous human being. I'm telling you, look at this. He can be very radical. He's a very radical human being.
I am not a man. I don't smoke. I don't drink. Everything that you saw me behave and my radicalness is a possession of the Holy Ghost. I'm a warlord.
So if you do not want to subscribe, I will send you a war rod. The war rod will come with a rod. So better subscribe now. It's even not an option now. I'm telling you, if you don't, the war rod will come. The possessiveness of the Holy Ghost. Now, yesterday there was a story that broke that Afenifere endorsed Tinubu. I laughed. I called one of the Afenifere leaders when I tried reaching out to Paaya Debanjo himself, and I couldn't reach him. And I called one of the Afenifere leaders, and he laughed and he said, "Mazi, forget that thing. It was a fluke. It didn't happen." And I said to them, "Can you then tell us what actually happened?" And what they reviewed was really mind-boggling as to what eventually happened, that it has nothing to do with, in his explanation, he said, recall that Pafasoranti, the man that headsmen were accused of killing his daughter, the one that when Tinubu went to see and commiserate with him, said and asked a rhetorical question: where are the cows? As if the cows will be on, attention, standard is hot. The cows will just be there waiting for him to arrive. But those are by the way. The story has it that I was told, because one thing I do on this platform is, by the connections and contacts that we have, we must always reach out to find out what is the real deal, what actually happened. Now, if you go to njenjemedia.com, you will find out that there is a story that was published, I can't remember, by a staff member after that conversation, and that story was published. And the story reads, let me quickly bring up that story and let us, as a people, read that together in order to make sense of the fake news flying around. I begrudge no one. I mean, Afenifere can actually endorse anybody that they want. But this concept of lying where it is not necessary doesn't help matters. To be honest with you, it doesn't help. Recall that when Afenifere formed what they called Ohanifere, that means Ohanese and Afenifere, and designed their logo, we published that. I found out as a very good way to go. And when they endorsed Mr. PeterObi, those in the Abado gang, the Eba Ewedu, they said that it doesn't matter. Now, if it doesn't matter that Afenifere would endorse an opposition candidate, why does it matter to you then to charter aircraft and go with your private jets and some entourage and some dignitaries to go and meet this elder in order to get the same endorsement? However, one thing they did not tell the public is Pastor Ranti, I think about 94 years now, either 94 or 95, is aged. Hence, he stepped down from the leadership of Afenifere. I think over a year and a half now, he has handed over to Pa Ayo Adebanjo. Pa Ayo Adebanjo is the leader and the current leader of the Yoruba pan-national social-cultural group, the Afenifere. Imagine someone who is retired. Let me tell you this. Someone who is, how do I say that? A retired president. He cannot have, when Buhari was given a national honor, and Obasanjo will be somewhere else, saying, I confer you with GCFR, I confer you with MON, I confer you with CON. He couldn't do that. Why? Because you cannot upset, you cannot take over from someone that you have handed over to. So the current leader of Afenifere is the one that said Afenifere and his group are actually, let's not even go too far. Just give me a moment. Let me quickly play this, because let me quickly play this clip for us so that it may make sense for many of you who do not understand what is happening. Hold on. Quickly. No. Papa, hold on now. You too fast. Abba, I never finish. You don't the para. Come. So he cannot. And in a press conference, that was organized by the Afenifere. Who is calling me? Sorry. In a press conference that was organized by Afenifere, right? We streamed that live in the media TV, and so many media outlets carried it because I was invited. Actually, I had the press statement even before the press release. So I was invited. I've read the press statement. I knew what was going on before that event. Now, how would someone, where an organization organize this press statement? Let's watch. And you see where all these people, why they are Wayo people. Listen to this.
And they took them from the power dynamic. PeterObi is the person of the construction that the Federal has decided for.
Sorry, I'm going to replay this.
The man with trust, and they took them from the power dynamic. PeterObi is the person of Igbo extraction that Afenifere has decided to support and to back. Is the man we trust to restructure the country back to federalism on the assumption of office. We will not compromise this principle of justice, equity, and inclusiveness, and then shoot them from the power dynamic. PeterObi is the person of Igbo extraction.
Now, recall that when this was done, September, this press conference happened in September. And, you know, when you are a man of principle, that's one of the reasons why I like Paya Adebanjo. I keep telling him, sir, that the only thing he must also do for me is to forever get my correct, because anytime I speak to him, he calls me Utoshuku. So for him to, Papa, to ever, as I always tell you, to get my name correct. But that's a story for another day. But if a man of principle would come on a national TV and say this, not only that he said this, remember there was a time on the 25th of April 2022 in Abuja, the ICC, International Conference Center, the GNC had all the presidential contestants from the Southeast there. Pa Adebanjo, Pa Edwin Clark were there. Go back to Njenje Media. We streamed that live. Myself, Mazezoke, was in that hall and I listened to him. He said this thing, he's you know the fear face. He says it, he's a man of 90-something years plus. If he doesn't say the truth now, is it when he goes under the grave that he will say the truth? He says, you know, he said something that touched me, that he said, this might be even the last election that I will see. So why do I not owe the young generations of telling them the truth and telling them the right thing? And he says, you know, though slightly disagreed on that, but again, it is their destiny. He says, what our stand is that this is the time for the Southeast that anybody they bring, as long as that individual is from the Southeast, we will support. Well, when he said that, I said, I cleared throat, because I don't know about anyone, because there are ones that they will bring. I will go and use my PVC and put it somewhere. I know what I'm talking about. But again, in line with what Paya Adebanjo said, in line with equity, fairness, and progressiveness, there is also another angle to this story. Listen to this man.
And I will tell you something else. How can we, since 1999, we had 8 years of Obasanjo. We had, after that, 3 years of Yar'Adua, because people will talk about 6 years of Jonathan. It never happened. Yar'Adua died on the 5th of May, 2010. When did he come in? 2007. He came in on the 29th of May, 2007. So he spent just 23 days short of 3 years. So Jonathan was only there for 5 years. It's only 4 years and 1 year of Yar'Adua. So we had 5 years of South-South. And then he went to the North. And we are now going to have 8 years of Buhari, making 11 years for the North. 11 for the North. 10 by Fikokun. 11 for the North. South, we had 8 of Obasanjo. Southwest, 8 of Obasanjo, plus 8 years of a co-presidency of Oshibaju. And look at it. Number 1 in Nigeria today is who? Fulani. Number 2 is who? Yoruba. Number 3 is who? Lawan. Where is he from? Number 4, Badami Milian, is from where? Number 5, the Chief Justice is from where? Mention 1 to 8, you won't find one Igbo man there. Are we not in the same country? And they are not happy. And we were not happy. Were we happy when they are not June 12th and it was our own son, Abiola? Did we not have some Igbo who teamed up with us? Here in this Ibadan, we had many meetings with them in Nadepo. Did you not have Sam Mbakwe? Did you not have a Bicho Ukiwe? Did you not have Oke Muche? The truth is this: if we are going to say Awalotun, then we are not different from the Fulani who have been saying that they have the eternal right to rule forever.
Did you hear that? So what we are saying is, while many of us would argue on the plank, on the premise of competence, there are those that you cannot also dismiss their arguments that would also argue on the plank of equity fairness. But again, even if we come, even if we bury, even if we want to pretend that we are now matured, that we can now bury the ethnic sentiments and want to now play on the plank of ideas, where idea ought to and must and should rule the world. If we stay on that plank, if we stay on that level, then if you put, honestly speaking, put the 4 candidates that are in this election and see by their statement utterances who is that to give you hope and succor. Is it the one that goes around when the northern elders invite them? And by the way, I find what the northern elders did an indictment to the southern leaders. Can you imagine someone, or people are vying for an office for the presidency of a nation. They are inviting all of them to come and speak to them. And you hear the language. Look at Akim Baba Ahmed. He said, when he was asking a question to PeterObi, and he ended it by saying, what is it you will do for the North? Tell us what you do for the North. I do not begrudge them. But where is that South to call for such? All these people to also say, come, tell us what you're going to do for Southern Nigeria. No, they won't. The reason why PDP is in crisis is because rather than men who can sing, who can dance, who can gra-gra, rather than for them to stick to what they decided in what they call the Asaba Declaration, they all renegated and started playing politics. Now, the basket has turned around. All of them are under the basket now. This is what happened when you do not have that self. You know, you're not able to speak up like Paaya Debanjo has done. Posterity, this is not the time of Ojukwu, Amadu Bello and co. and Pawolowo. No, this is a digital age where these things they are said are being documented, are being archived. Many of us have had on our servers where we archive this information. What will then happen in the next years to come when these great men are no longer here? The North was able to get all the presidential candidates, the only meeting that Tinubu has ever attended, get them together to speak on what they will do if they win. Now you see what they call, quote unquote, the northern interest. I admire that. I must be honest with us. I admire that. But the question is, why can't we do it in the South? Is it that there is nothing called the southern interest? Is it that the Southeast, the South, the Southwest cannot come together and demand, PeterObi, if you win, what are you going to do for the South? Atiku, what are you going to do for the South? Tinubu, what are you going to do for this? No, no one is asking that. Because why are we not going to do that? It appears we are afraid actually to speak for ourselves. Are we not here when last year we had the Asaba Declaration? this guy that moves with what's his name again? Sheikh Gumi. Can't keep forgetting the guy's name. Let me look for his clip. He went on national TV to say that they were meeting. Why the southern governors met? Because there was crisis of cow menace, and most of these cows that were causing crisis came from outside Nigeria. Even the president himself reaffirmed it. And the governor saying, okay, rather than create this problem, rather than cows move on the street, why don't we move cows by truck? Restrict them. Because when you talk about farmer header clash, it is arrant nonsense. There is nothing like farmer header clash. A farmer has a static asset. It would only take a movable asset like your cow to move into a place and destroy farm, then crisis ensues. So if you want to stop that, this is not farmer fighting farmer because you have maize, I have corn. No. This is cow coming to destroy farmland. Therefore, crisis will ensue. And the southern governors in their own wisdom think, okay, let us collectively enact anti-open grazing. That is the commonest thing to do in any sense society. Even Atiku, in one of these interviews, says he has over 1,000 cows, but his cows are not moving around the street. So why won't he then support that those children that we are denying education should also move off the street? But in doing this, the southern governors met and they decided that no movement of cows should be allowed within their territories. And what happened? This is when this man made this statement.
Is that Gandhi said, whatever you do for me without me is against me. Ask all those, 13, 15 governors that met in that hotel. Was there any of the Fulani leaders consulted? Any of the Fulani leaders consulted? So they are there making laws for people that they have not consulted. This is a problem with government. Disconnected, out of touch with realities of people. You must sit down and talk with people you are making laws for. None of those governors have sat down with Fulani leaders in wherever they are. And
you see, the issue here, without dragging this contest, in order not to drag it out of context, is very simple. The North appears to be looking after themselves without the South shouting themselves hoarse, shouting, oh, you are planning evil for us. I actually like the querying. I like the questioning because I've been an advocate by now. I've been an advocate of let all these parties, all these glossy manifestos from PDP, APC, Labour Party, the other party, come and defend and debate your programs. There was nobody from the South that raised an eyebrow. Why would the North summon all the presidential candidates to tell them what they will do for the North? One would have genuinely, innocently thought, if you become a president of Nigeria, you should be fair to all. Then it shouldn't matter, north, south, east, and west. But since it has now become that the North will now say, come and tell us what you're going to do for us, I can bet you and record this part, keep it, that any day, the South, when I say the South, I mean the collective South, the 19 governors, any day, 17 governors, any day they will wake up and say, we are now, any day Pandef or Anezo or Afenifere, Southern and Middle Belt Elders Forum or whatever, will come together and say, we are inviting all the presidential candidates to come and tell us what they will do for the South or what they will do for the South and the Middle Belt. you will hear the type of statement that I just played now. Why will you not consult those you want to make law for? Benue, it was consulted. What happened? I haven't seen where you want to make law to fix an issue. You want to make law, and the person that you're making law for will come and now decide the law you want to make. And a law that is very straightforward. A law that ought not to be, if common sense ever applied. If we are using, we can say if you didn't they didn't they. If we are using common sense, there was no, it would have been commonsensical that that movement of animals should not be on the street. That it should be, unless they are, in the market, you want to move from, a close proximity that should be less than 1 kilometer. There are things we can understand. You have highways, like in Lokbanta, for instance, where you have, if you're heading to Port Harcourt from Enugu, where you have the market on your right, it is understandable that if they want to cross the road and move to the other side that heads into Ebonyi, it will be unpractical to say, oh, you now have to move it with trailer. No. It is understandable that on such cases, of course, the animal, if somebody stops on the highway for 5-10 minutes and for animals to cross, that doesn't break anything. But not the entire place, farmlands destroyed. And when someone calls for the Southerners to come together and demand what they are going to get for the presidency, quote me, I can bet 1 million on this. Someone will wake up and tell you that it's a Southern conspiracy against them. It's not fair. It's not right. People. So, like I said, that is it. That is the clarification on Buhari. On Tinubu. Tinubu was not endorsed by the Afenifere. It was fake. He went to visit Pafasoranti, which somebody here has corrected me that Pafasoranti is now 96. Wow. Man, these three men, I think one is Pa Aya Adebanjo, I think is 94. No, 4 of them. Pa Aya Adebanjo, Pa Edwin Clark, Pa Fasoranti, and Pa Tanko Yakasai. I think Tanko Yakasai should be now 95 as well. Man, I envy these men. I think one of the things I must ask them the next time I speak with any of them is to tell me the secret. 96 years old, and many of them, if you look at Adebanjo, when he speaks, very sound. The same thing with Edwin Clark too. Very, very sound and still very articulate and sound reasoning. Anyway, somebody here is trying to spam this place. Okay, so like I said, on the comment section is the link to join if you want to talk about Buhari being in London. What is your take? Buhari is now in London, has come to take medical treatment. A man who ought to have built multiple hospitals and the presidential hospital in Nigeria, he hasn't done that, and he is coming to United Kingdom to take medical care. What's your take? Buhari is in your country, especially many of you in the UK. Mtodonko, I think you are in the United Kingdom. And many of you watching me now from the United Kingdom, yes, you know that Wahala no dey finish. Wahala no dey finish. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
So if you don't get it, forget about it. But be that as it may, know that Nigeria indeed has gone from top to bottom under President Muhammad.
ABC, Nigeria from top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom.
Nigeria from top to bottom, Nigeria from top to bottom. Welcome back. This is Ezoke. This is Njenje Media TV. If this is the first time of joining me, please, by all means, click on the like button, pay your tithes, and at the same time, share this stream. If you wish to share your view, the link is in the comment section. Let me quickly take some of your comments. Voice of One says he ran away before the terrorists would attack. Well, we don't know what was going to happen. There is also another school of thought today that says that the alleged terror attack that led America in issuing that statement was a misinformation or miscalculation. I do not know. But I think because of that, British Airways didn't fly into Abuja for 2 days. But the information I had today was that the British Airways has resumed operation into Abuja. Probably that the thing is now no longer as critical. But again, do yourself good by staying away. If you can, stay away for now until we know we are out of trouble entirely. Onyenimo says, where can I buy the top to bottom? Send me a DM, I would DM you the top to bottom. Because you are a super fan of this page, a tight payer. If I'm a daddy GO now, you are those I will be praying in the morning for. When we wake up, that the GOs will pray for you, so that make your hustle, they hustle very well. So send me a DM. I'll find time to send you the from top to bottom. It's very, very catchy. Mike, anyway, you can join and have your say, but for you, I can let you not have your camera on. That will be fine. Mike, if you wish, but if not, that's fine as well. That's also understandable. I just take some comments and then we'll wrap it up, people. Can I download? No, you can't buy it, but you can actually extract it. I'll send you the video, you can extract it. Or if you want it as a MP3, we can probably do that also for you. Benoski, the time of hiding has gone. 21st century come with too much sophisticated technology. Who hides history and temporary political conspiracy in the 21st century? Now only Alamiri Babel. I don't understand that one, I beg. You don't enter in the Boski style. You can no longer say the one I understand. He ran away before. Okay, I've taken that one before. Ras says that Ndi Igbo relegated to the bottom of the society by Buhari or Boko Hari government, but hey, it's neither here nor there. I do not agree. If you play your politics very well, you become relevant. But if you continue to play selfish politics, then the politics will keep eluding you, and that's a fact. That's not but, not if, but a fact. And Chini Daniel says that stealing our oil and selling backyard has said no money to pay ASU. Well, again, that money could have paid ASU. That's exactly your right. Whatever they have stolen could have paid ASU, and everybody will be in a hurry. But the solution to ASU strike is not only just to pay ASU. The solution to ASU strike is that university must also generate money for themselves. They cannot only be waiting for government to give them money. They must devise means which may and may not, increase in what people pay. Sorry, good thing, a money maker. And also, fleshing out scholarship schemes that brighter ones can also get some scholarship, or loans that single-digit loans that would be paid whenever they start work. So these are things that there are countries that do them even within the motherland continent, even within the mother continent. Not necessarily that it is an impossible thing to do. It's not. But what we obviously lack is the political will to ensure that those things are done. As meant by appointment, that's all. Okay, that's fine. So everyone, thank you very much for joining me. I would endeavor, so keep faith with me these days. Keep faith with me by all means. 7 o'clock Nigerian time every single day, except those days that it is one is unavoidable absent, but we'll try to update and let us keep analyzing here. And I can only say that those watching you on Facebook only have 6 people like the stream. That's too poor. We have over 200 people watching on YouTube, yet not so many of us have liked the stream. Please, please, please like the stream and subscribe to the channel. On that note, I will say thank you very much for being my guest this evening. I am still Mazes, okay? And please, by all means, subscribe, like, and share. Let's see ourselves tomorrow again. On that note, I say to us, goodbye. Let us all be obedient and useful. You understand that? You get it? If you get it, enjoy the music.
For better life, yeah, my people. For better roads, yeah. For better hospitals and health, yeah. For light today, for everything to work for us, for Nigeria. Yeah. No more hunger. Obedient and useful. I'll be obedient and useful. Oh yeah, Obi, get it. Hausa man, Yoruba man, Igbo man, Middle Belt, Niger Delta. Let us come together for better Nigeria. For better life, for better health, for better road. From consumption to production.